we're back in the kitchen this morning. We're dispelling the myth that Japanese food is difficult to make.
Yeah, and Fiona Uyema, who I learned is not Japanese in the first segment earlier on the show, is the author of Japanese Food Made Easy, has stayed with us. This is a Japanese dish, which is kind of a bit of a classic stir-fry, is that?
Yeah, that's right. It's called yakisoba, and a lot of people that love Japanese food, you know, that even live in Ireland, that'll be one of their favourite dishes to eat when they eat Japanese food out. So I want to bring it into the home and show people how they can easily make this at home.
So what is yakisoba? Is it a stir-fry?
It's a stir-fry,
Okay,
and in Japan a lot of the time you find it at street food festivals, so it's a really cool food to have in your kitchen and really tasty.
I can't help but notice that I can't see any meat anywhere.
So there must be some mistake, Fiona, is there?
Yeah, you met me.
I thought after this morning, you know, we take a break.
Well, I came up with a solution. There's a few chicken wings left. We're just going to lob them at the end.
Great, so
right, let's get
vegetarian.
cracking.
Yeah, this is actually a vegetarian stir-fry, but you'd be glad to know you can easily add pork, chicken, prawn, anything you wanted. So you can bulk it up with meat or fish or seafood. So first of all, we're going to make the sauce. So we're going to make this from scratch, and it's really easy. You just put everything in the saucepan, and then you just leave it simmering for about 10 minutes. So I have water in the sauce, about 4 tablespoons, and then I'm adding sake, which is the Japanese rice wine, and it just adds a really nice flavour.
That gives you the Japanese kind of twist to it, doesn't it? If you don't have sake, if you can't get your hands on it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it can be replaced with red wine, actually, so just to add that lovely flavour. And then a teaspoon of brown sugar. I like to use brown sugar when I'm cooking. And then you can either use passata, or you can use actually tomato sauce, whichever you'd prefer.
Use ketchup?
Yeah, well, the Japanese actually use a bit of that in their cooking, believe it or not. Now, they like a bit of sweet in their savoury, actually, and sometimes I wonder, is that why they don't have a dessert immediately after a meal like what we like to have? So it's no harm putting a little bit of sweet into your food either. And then, of course, you have to add soy sauce, or it wouldn't be a Japanese dish. So you just whisk all of them together, and as I said, leave it simmering for about 10 minutes. And once that's done, then you get this kind of a consistency, you know, so that's
nice
ready then to be thrown into the stir-fry at the end.
Nice.
So would either of you like to help me with a bit of chopping?
Why not? Yeah, let's do it.
So it's the Irish cabbage. Back to that.
Go on, Sammy.
So just cut this out because it's a little bit bitter.
Right.
And what you do then is you just roll this up.
All right.
It's a little trick for cutting it. And then you can just chop it really thinly.
So cut it into little
shredded,
exactly. Just little.
Yeah, that's perfect. And
I know you're scrutinising my knife skills there.
No, you're doing very well, Tom. Very well.
That's a great thing about
Wouldn't we want for a busy kitchen, though? I'd do another one for you, would I?
Well, if you want to add more, go ahead. Why not?
This way, Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a great thing about a stir fry. You can add as much as you want or cut it whatever way you want. So I've just put rapeseed oil and a little bit of sesame oil on the pan because it just adds a beautiful flavour and aroma.
Did you roll 2 of these, was it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you confuse yourself now, Tommy. Relax, now relax. I know it's getting to you.
Yakisoba for table 4. Okay.
There's cabbage everywhere, Tommy.
Right,
so
let's take this bit out.
So what went in there?
Yeah, so I just added ginger and garlic. Just, you know, add a lovely flavour to the
Is that
oil.
just chopped, the ginger, or is it a paste or
chopped
puree?
it. So I prefer freshly chopped. Yeah, exactly. So it just has a much nicer taste. And then I just added in some onion. And I'm throwing in some carrot as well.
Excellent.
Yeah, perfect. So brilliant.
Away
Thanks
from
very much for that. So that's really it. Again, you can add whatever vegetables you have in the bottom of the fridge. Anything really goes well, but this is really traditionally what you find in it.
And they don't obviously import Irish cabbage to Japan. Like, they probably have their own variant, do they?
Absolutely, yeah. They have an Asian type cabbage called hakusai, and it's not as easy to find in our supermarket. So this goes just as well, and I find it's actually really nice flavour in the stir fry. So that's
the ginger and garlic.
Yeah.
I love that flavour.
And this is some bean sprouts. I love adding that to stir fries. And then we're adding noodles. So they're like a kind of egg type noodle. Now you can get these anywhere these days, which is great. And depending on the type of noodle you get, just read the back of the package instructions on how you
want the
cook
thick
it.
ones for this. They're sort of like look a bit like spaghetti, sort of fat spaghetti.
Yeah. So these are perfect. And the ones I had I just had to actually stir them up in boiling water and just detangle them.
And they're all fully cooked, they're not par cooked or...
Yeah, these were cooked already, but some of them you have to cook for about 2 or 3 minutes. So just read the back of the pack and you'll find out. So they're the noodles gone in. Again, if you didn't want to put noodles in this stir fry, you know, you could just have veg and put it on rice. So there's lots of different ways you can mess around with it, which is great. It's very versatile.
And at what point, if you were adding meat, would you cook the meat off first or would you put it in now?
I probably would just for the flavour and just have it cut, you know, into thin strips so it cooks quite fast.
Yeah.
And the great thing
Cook
about
the meat separately from the rest of it?
Cook it first
I'd
and then
start,
add
and then throw everything in.
throw everything in after, because then the oil will have a lovely flavour from the meat.
Yes.
And the sauce as well is great because you can actually use this sauce for lots of other things. It goes great over pork, actually, really nice over pork
Could
and
you
chicken.
do your chicken wings in that as well?
Yes, you could
You and
actually.
the chicken wings, did you get over it?
Me and the chicken wings.
I can't wait to taste those chicken wings.
No,
You'd want
so
one in every finger.
So your sauce
I
in.
hope this matches up to the chicken wings,
It will,
actually.
no doubt it will.
And yeah, I'm just pouring the
This
sauce
is
in.
the important bit now, isn't it, to get the...
Exactly. So that's the yakisoba sauce that we really call it. There's a type of Japanese pancake called okonomiyaki that's really popular. It's a savoury pancake, and you use this sauce on top of it. It brings it to life.
Yeah,
so if you were really getting into your Japanese cooking, then you're halfway
It looks a
there.
little bit like hoisin sort of consistency, but is it very different from that?
Yeah, it's a little bit similar actually, but it's just full of flavour.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit
Seconds to
sweet.
cook.
Yeah.
Can we serve it up?
Yes, we're ready to serve. So
Let's
I'll
do
just get a
it.
plate
There you go.
I
Brilliant.
noticed there's one plate, Thomas. What?
Only
Yes,
Two
you.
forks. All importantly.
that took, what, 10 minutes start to
Very
finish?
good. Lob a few chicken wings on top and we're done.
Perfect.
For the steak.
We just sprinkle it on that to serve.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put some black sesame seeds on top.
Very nice.
And it actually, then we serve some pickled ginger with it. Okay.
Very good.
So, dig in. Very good.
Put it on the Google.
That's some Japanese. Enjoy.
Let's have a taste.
Let's look at that.
2 forkfuls.
See on the other side. Look, the lady in the tramp. Look.
Isn't this romantic?
Right, after the break, we'll discover if Laura has found any antiques in the RDS. We'll see you soon.